This is the S&P 500 one-day reading for September 27, 2023. It's currently July 17, 2023, 6:53 p.m. Eastern Time. The shuffle file for the September 27th reading was created on July 7th, 2023 at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video right here. And the overall theme and behavior for the day, we have a nullified futility card. So usually the futility card is a big move higher out of a decline or in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds. It's usually a decline that technicals would lead us to believe we're going lower, but we go higher anyways. Behavior around the highest high, a nullified debauch card. So we decline to and through support to meet a second support. We bounce along that support sideways, and then we break down through multiple supports off of the high. Although it's nullified, so probably there's some chart behavior after the decline off of the high that makes the high irrelevant. Behavior around the low, so there's a breakout on a one-day scale kind of chart out of the low, and then I'm advised to trade around 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level. This does look like kind of like a sidewaysy type of day, but with overall bullish move, a big move at the end of the day, cross-reading congruency with this lust card here at the end of the day. And when we look at the 1 month, looks like there's a pretty big move higher at the end of the day. In the pre-market, we have a move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through the same price level. We probably opened higher as well, and then there's this move higher around the open, turning resistance into support. Support doesn't hold. We decline from that resistance with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down into a low there in the first half hour, or in the first hour and a half, I should say, with like sideways fluctuating decline. And right around 10:45, 10:50, there's a big move higher. Off of that big move higher, though, that'll send out on a one-day chart. There's another decline to and through support to meet a second support, and then we rotate sideways along that support for a bit. Okay, so there's a big move lower into roughly noon or like 12:30, and then a rally off of that trough around 12:30 along a diagonal trend line, breaking through horizontal resistance to meet a second resistance before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. And we attempt to establish support there at a higher price level between roughly 1 and 2. Between 2 and 3, we have a sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline. It looks like we peak off around 3 o'clock with the completion of a rally, and probably a notable decline in that last hour. But right around the close, a big move higher, reaching for a distant resistance. It's a big move higher out of a low or a trough, reaching for distant resistance. So it might be that we see a low again at the end of the day, and then a big move into the close. But there's a high here around 3 o'clock. We might see like another big trough here, and then a big move higher into a key resistance at the end of the day. We open significantly lower in the following day. So what I would do after a big move lower midday, I would open up a long position, close that long position around 3 o'clock after a sideways fluctuating rally before a notable move to the downside. If I miss that notable move to the downside, hopefully there's another big move to the upside, reaching for a distant resistance out of the low to give me a second opportunity. By the close, I definitely want to be out of a long position, and I want to do the same as open up a short position in anticipation of this drop overnight. And that's the S&P 500 for September 27, 2023. Don't forget to hit that like button, my friends, and as always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You do so here at the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, where we ask that you donate 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities, 5% of the profits back to the channel through one of these links. That leaves you with 90% of the profits. Make sure to spend that money out of love. As long as you follow those rules of karma, the channel survives. We continue putting out new content, and the universe sends it back to you tenfold through this channel, my friends. I'll see you guys on the next one.